Alright. So let's do that there and right there. Okay. So so I was thinking about the spaceship design. And I think I have something in my head that'll work. Hold on. But not entirely certain until I actually okay. Yeah, okay, so let's get this going real quick. Really quick, let's... Okay. So I was thinking about this, and I don't know if this will work, but I'm going to take this real quick. We're going to try and see if we can get it to work over here. So thinking this. Okay. And then we do this. Oh. Alright. Alright. Just had to take my medicine there real quick. Okay. So I was thinking about this. Okay. So that might be doable. And then of course we would do the same thing on this side. Okay. Let's clear some stuff here. Okay. And then we're going to copy the pipe work. Well, let's just do that right there. we gotta flip this. So that one goes here. And then flip this. Okay, and then let's cut that. Okay, and let's Control X all of this, and then put this up here. Maybe. Right here. Is that the best spot for it? Okay, let's also consider this. So I believe what I wanted to do was this here. Just to get started. And then we are going to need the 4 of those. Was that what I wanted? Or was... Hold on. And then we needed these. We needed about 7 of these. Right. Oh, okay. Let's... I really gotta get this. Is that just not connected? Hold on. Okay. That'll help with that. So let's just... While I'm thinking... We need to get all of this set up. Yep. Okay, so here's where I might run into a slight issue because of the oil field. Okay. Okay. Now, while that does its thing, let's think about this. So I need to get water in here as well. I also need to get, hold on. So whatever I do, I have to get water in somehow and steam out. So if, hold on, I gotta fix the overextension on the pipe real quick. That's important. Okay. Okay. Alright. So, let's cut that real quick. So we also need this. We need about 7 of these. I can line them up here pretty easily. Okay. So that's fairly simple, maybe. So so we need water to come in. If we do, okay. Ooh. So we put that there, 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 and there. That means we could run almost. Okay, so we could run water from here to here. And then we could use the heat pipes here. Okay, and then I want pipes connecting all of those. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so we still need to... Let's even that out. Okay, so... Okay, so I still want at least 2 of these. So if I put this one here, and here. Okay, let's... Okay, so I still need to get water in somewhere. So water... So if we put water here and here. That's going to be 40 units of water. Okay. But we want it slightly faster. Oh, that's 48 units. And these need 12 each. That's 24. So that's 20, 40. So we're going to need more. So more speed. Or this... Yeah, more... Well, yeah, one more speed. That's approximately 28, so that's 56. 24, 48. Nope. One more speed. $64. Approximately 40. Yep, that approximately fills it up. Okay. So we might not need this. However, okay. Let's get another. Okay. Although we might want to tuck it in, or actually on the outside. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's look at the fence, because that's having its issues still. Okay. This is where the tricky stuff lies. So it looks like I can would be better for me to push it out. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Let's first of all get this through. Oh, wait. Okay. And then let's clear this out. And then do our best here. Okay. And then just make sure none of these are going to accidentally connect to this line here. Okay, so we're also going to need slightly different position for you. And we also need a slightly different position for you. Okay. Then let's keep going. Okay. Then let's grab this. Do our best here. Good. Okay. Back to this. Okay. So that'll produce enough water, but then I just need water to get up into here. Now, technically, I could... So if I just do the bare minimum and just do this... I can do the same thing over here, right here. Okay. So that'll get the water in. Okay. So then... Well, that's a northern spot. How bad is that? Do I need a little bit more forward guns here? Little reinforcement there. Okay. So that gets water everywhere that needs it. Now I just gotta cross the... Okay, okay, good. I still have it. So we don't want this to connect to that. Nope. We don't want that at all. So we also want... So we need enough space for blue to come out and to get into its appropriate pipe. So if I position it right here and I do this, right about there. Just light it up over here. That'll be fine. And then I just need to get blue, because that's going to be red piping. Yeah, that's red piping. So we need blue to come in right about here. I want to put it right here. Okay, let's drop you down over here. Actually, let's drop you down even further. Go here and here. It's basically useless space. I can fit 2 more accumulators here. Why not? And then I can connect a pipe here. Okay. So now we'll figure out that kind of stuff in a moment. There might be ways to finagle some space. Okay. And now we're going to do this one right here. We're going to line it up with the same spot. And cut all that out and that out. Okay. Now we want to do something similar over here. So okay. Yep, that did leave a space there. Okay. Okay. Now I've got some space around here where I can hopefully get red over. The interior line is where it's getting processed. This is where we're dropping asteroid chunks and okay. That one was rough. Okay. Let's keep moving this around. Okay. This is a corner piece. Okay. All right. Okay, so yeah, these interior corners are potential problems. We'll have to push them out at some point. Will this hold? Okay, looks like that's holding fine. This does remind me I need to take a look at this. Nope, no outputs yet. Green inputs yet. How are you doing? 16 products finished. 5 products finished. Okay, so we're slowly there, but we are backed up again. Okay. So what I want to do is this. Right. Oh, actually, hold on. Control C. What I want to do is this. And I want to go right here. Do this. This. Okay. Cut that out, and we can cut that out. Hopefully that clears that up in just a moment. It allows for more processing to happen. Because there's some greens in there. Okay. Oh. Okay. Alright, let's continue this train. Here to here. Cut all that. Okay. Let's go take a look at the Bacchus. So we have this right here, this right here. I want to get blue across and red across. So is there enough space to do that? Yes. Will it be pretty? I don't know. I think I will just have to accept it not being pretty at this point. Ah, yes. So, there's gonna have to be a crossover at some point. So, alright, so one of these needs to go from here to here. Oh, what's the best way to do this? Hold on, so if I put you there, let's cut off some space and see if that helps with my thinking. So, if I cut you across here, or to here, That has to go down like that. Whereas if I cut you across from here to here, I can go there. Then if I do a similar thing over here, so we need... So that's red. So we want red to go from... No, that's blue. This is not... Oh no, this is red input. This is red input comes across here. So it goes from here to here. And then blue input goes here to here. Okay, and then we can put you there, you there. And so it's not quite some, yeah, I can't make it symmetrical, but I can put you there and there. Okay. And then I can, hold on, grab this, go from here to here, and then there's probably one over here as well. Yep, here to here. Okay. And then we can clean up some of the outsides. Or I still need a way to get rid of excess. That's going to be the tricky part, isn't it? So, and it's already backed up immensely. That's about right. Yeah. Okay. So what else is outputting on this belt? This is all getting put on the inside of the... Okay, so first of all, that should be set that way. Yep. So the only thing on the inside is... Okay. We'll figure that out a little while to control. Right, and I also need ice output. We haven't picked up any ice yet. We have some ice, but we have nowhere to put it. Okay. Okay, so let's do some cleanup real quick. So we don't need that, or that spacing. Let's just clean up everything that's not actually connected to the edge. Okay, so how much power do we have at the moment? Okay, solar panels, accumulators. Okay. Now the question is, how do I get stuff off of this thing? This is a big question. Now the question is, do I really need this stuff here on the side? Maybe not. Let's assume we don't. So we can get rid of all of that, and that. We can put this to here. We want to put this down to here probably. Okay, right to there. We want to cut that off. Okay. And then I can add a place to throw some stuff off the side here with some of this. 1, 2, 3, right there. Okay, we're gonna do the same over here on this side. We don't need that, that, or that. Let's cut that off, that off. Okay. Okay. And then we were going to right in front to right there. Yep, okay. And then just because I can right now, throw freaking everything. And then we'll deal with that in a moment. We could actually rip stuff off that's excess from here and throw it in here, and from here, and from here. Okay. So we can blacklist one side and whitelist the other side. So it's constantly getting rid of stuff we don't need. Okay. I'm gonna work on that in a moment. We definitely need to get defenses going. Okay. And how is the... Okay. Is that already full? Yep. Of course that's full. These are going to need... I'm going to need even more, aren't I? Because this is going to take a while to fill up, isn't it? Yeah, let's just go here. Put one here. Here. We'll just do this for now. I underestimated how much storage space I'm going to need for this. That's getting pretty bad. Okay, so it takes it out eventually. They're just very rough around the edges. Okay. Okay. Are we having a problem with ammo production, or are we just backed up from all the use cases? The production itself is fine. Though I am concerned about stone. Stone seems fine at the moment. There's that section. we need a little bit more here. Yep, where I'm trying to build some of it, huh? Okay. Okay, so the Bacchus. So first of all, what I need is this. So we need a space to bring. Okay, so we want to read. No, no, no. Control Z. That's not what I want. This button. We want to enable, disable. Right now, we want to read all the belts. Great. We want this to use a filter. Only grab carbon. Okay, and then this needs. This can store 4, 8. Okay. So enable, disable if greater than 16. If carbon is greater than 16. Great. Okay, this one. I mostly need it for this, but I also need it for this. So this is 8 as well. So this is going to also be set for iron ore. And this is also going to be set for iron ore. Okay. And we'll just let that keep going for now. This grabs all ice. I want this to always grab ice. You want you to constantly throw ice in there and ice into there. Okay. Okay. And then you should get enough plates eventually. But if there's more than 32. Iron plate greater than 32. No, wait, we want if iron plate is less than 32. Okay. Okay, and we want to prioritize this. So if read working green signal. So enable, disable if green signal equals. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's not what I want. I want to read. I want to read. Okay. If iron ore is greater than 1, So that way prioritizes filling that first. Okay. Is that right? So this always grabs the ice out, this always grabs that out. Dumps that. Okay. Now, we're gonna have you go from here to here, here, and here. We're gonna have you read the entire belt. You are gonna use the filter. You are, for the metallic chunks, you are enabled to disable if metallic chunks are greater than, I don't know, it's a big belt, let's go with 12. Okay. You are going to be enable disable if carbonic chunks are greater than 12. And you are also going to have a filter for carbonic chunks. You are for ice chunks. If ice chunks are greater than 12. Okay. So that should just keep going now. Alright. Now, this one we are going to blacklist. Any of these. Is there anything else I should be blacklisting? Ammo. Okay, don't toss my ammo. Okay. Anything else I think I can potentially toss? So over here, if ice is greater than 50, okay. You are only going to grab ice. We also need to connect you to here. We need to read speed. I don't think I need that at the moment. So if ice is greater than a single stack, no, ice greater than stack, we want 2 stacks, 100. And then you can toss that out, and then we're not putting anything else into you. I could store excess ammo. No, I don't think we want that just yet. Okay, now I'm not constantly throwing stuff off the side, so. Right here. So this is going to filters only the depleted uranium. Pretty simple. You are only going to grab uranium, and then we are going to wire you to here. We're going to read fuel, read temperature. We're going to enable disable if I want to. Okay, I need some electronics. Okay, hold on a second. I don't think I have circuitry set up fully yet. Oop. Yeah, so I gotta get circuitry up. Okay. So, I'm going to need... Which one is it? Not the lightning rod. I'm going to need... Arithmetic? No, I need a decider combinator. So that's the one I'm looking for. Okay, I'm not making a decider combinator. Let's see, to make a decider combinator, we need what? Okay, copper wire, copper cable, and circuits. Okay. That should be easy enough. Okay. So let's just grab this real quick. Put you here. Because I need at least 50. Okay. Oh, it's gonna take a while to get over there. Maybe I need to just go over there and fix the one side real quick. It's holding, right? They haven't really gotten in yet. I can probably wait. Let's go to Bacchus. Okay, so what we want is decider combinator. Right there. So what we want to do is not this. We want to go from here to here. Okay, so we want to go and so we want T is temperature, correct? It's not connected. That is less than 100 and is less than 0. And then we want to output a green signal, specified value of 1. Okay. And then we can connect the green wire to here. Oh, okay. Oh, and I also want to override stack size to 1. Okay. So then we want to take, maybe I should just move that. Hold on, how do I, is my, hold on. Okay. So we want red wire, green wire. Okay, we don't care about that. Because I can turn on one more thing. Plot mode. that's probably fine. Okay. Okay. So as I was saying, this goes to here. If green equals 1. Alright. And then we will put a logistics for ferry supply. We will request a rocket capacity of 10. We will request $10, and we'll accept up to 50. Okay. And then this we can use to this to get some more of that. I don't really need to do that, I don't think, right now. Yeah, I can just Control-C, grab you, and just drop you right here. Because you'll just grab all the excess and toss it off. Okay. And these are going. Yep. There goes the ammo, and it grabs. Okay. It's gonna take a while for all the ammo to get filled up there, but oh well. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to do on this. Well, we don't need that section there anymore, or that section. Okay. I'm trying to think of, is there any way for me to squeeze some more weird stuff into here that I might need? I think the only other thing I can really fit into some of the space is maybe lights and combinators. But it looks like I did get red all the way through and blue all the way through all of it. Okay. We'll just let there sit for now and finish reinforcing defenses. Okay. So, whew. How do you figure out your spaceship design? Oh, okay. Okay, the main bulk of the defenses are in. All right. Okay, so not enough to fill one rocket. Okay, so is there anything I don't need that I can just drop right now? Okay. Ooh, wrong But so what I want to know is like, yeah, it's just tossing out carbon, but I don't need carbon for anything else. Yeah, not up here. Doesn't have ice. Doesn't have ice. No ice. Okay. This is set up right. Yes, ice needs to be over. Oh, if I wanted to, I could just cut these whole sides off, couldn't I? No, let's not worry about that for now. I could put a combinator into... to 7,000, 10,000 to prioritize the water output. So this is a pass-through, so the water should come through here. And then we have 75 megajoules. So we have some spikes going on here. The crushers, whenever the crushers activate there, we go up to 2 megawatts. Is that the big problem? Yeah, if they all kick on at the same time. I think this is just going to take a while. Okay. It's fine. Okay. Is this area targeted? Not much. So let's go all the way over here and get... Oh. Just as I say that. Alright. Well, we're committed. Let's cut this defense first. Okay. Okay. So while I'm at this, I also want to make... Do I have... Okay, so I do have power armor on me. Ah, that's what I want to make. I want to make... Portable... Where is it? Hold on, let's step back a little bit. This one. Takes some cells. It also takes yellow science. I can make yellow science technically. Oh, but I don't really have the resources to produce it here very well. Okay. Same thing with purple science. Yeah, that's gonna be rough. Okay. Probably better off making those on other planets at the moment. Okay. Okay, so let's doing that. How are we doing over here? Nothing up on those yet. Storage is still doing fine. We have 2 of these going. Okay, so we have 4 active at the moment. Oh, okay. Ooh, okay. Just in case. Okay. 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 Let's just go this way. Okay. Let's check on the Bacchus. I almost want... Yeah, this is having such a issue here that I think instead of efficiency, productivity might be better. Just so I can get the extra. Yeah. We're gonna do that. Every so often. This needs 6 a second. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I think I do want to do one here. Because I can't connect to this, can I? Yeah, I can't connect to that. I can connect to this, I can connect to this. The wires are going to be really short, aren't they? Okay, we need a little bit extra. help a little bit. Okay. Let's keep reinforcing defenses here. Okay. How's power down here on the planet? Looks like it's doing all right. Okay. All right. It's doing okay. And we also had a situation over here. We're getting hit with a bunch all the time. Yep. There we go. I think worst case scenario would be if I ran out of light oil. So how is that doing? It's a struggling. Goes on the rocket fuel. Okay, so light fuel is struggling. None of these are backed up. Okay, great. So cracks. Glued ingredient shortage. Heavy oil? Yep, okay. So it's not backing up anywhere. As far as I can tell. Okay. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okie dokie. Oh, this is the part I don't like. Is the corner stuff. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right. Oh, that is a major problem. Oh, there they go, over that big old gap. Yep. That is such a problem. Yeah, some of these are neat and some of these are just nightmares. Whee. Yep, there they are. Yep. Oh boy. Alright, let's at least check on this. And it's starting to get... Okay. And, okay. I have enough of the defenses down to move forward? Maybe? Hold on. Okay. Passing ammo through. Okay. I just might start making green ammo simply because I'm running out of stuff. I just have so much of this. Yeah, I could just start making green ammo. Okay. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go here. I'm going to do this. That's the active provider. Yep. I'm going to put it here. Put here. Here. We are only going to... Yes, yes, yes. Read contents. Read contents. So it doesn't actually exist yet. Hold on. We only want... that to enable if, I guess... What is it? What's the total? 76? Okay. Enable, disable if this one right here is greater than 75. Yep. Oh, and we probably want one of these here instead. And then we're probably going to go Control C. Okay. Okay. Let's continue the defense upgrades here. Okay. I should probably have these be passive providers instead. Okay. It does appear to prioritize one side over the other, so... Okay. Was that looking? Alright. Keep going. Okay. Well, that's doing that. I'm gonna have... I think I'm gonna do this right here. How much am I making? Hold on. 3.75 a second. Okay. I can't make uranium ammo. Yep, it's behind yellow science. Alright. Guess that's not an idea yet. Okay. Now here's the awkward portion right here. So... Okay, so this is going to be the really awkward portion because I gotta get... Without completely butchering... Okay. Let's leave the pipe intact. Okay, alright, there. just in case. Okay. Let's check on stuff. Okay, we gotta keep stuff flowing. Ugh. Hold on. Output priority. Hold on. That's not gonna help, is it? I'm putting a lot through this, but there's not a lot I can do about it, is there? But it is all running, right? No, it's not. So this needs how much input? 40 ingredients per, okay. It's gonna be a little slow. It's gonna be slow for a while. Okay. Okay. Have we almost wrapped around? We've almost wrapped around the entire thing. Okay. Okay. Oh, good. Good, good, good. Okay. Let's see how Bacchus is doing. Still don't have enough of that. Okay, so what's the issue? Oh, I don't have... I have some copper wire in storage, not in any... Come. Okay. Alright. Alright, so let's drop some stuff to the surface that we don't need. We don't need... Oh, we might want the accumulators. We can drop a bunch of this. Drop these. We won't need those where I'm going, so we can drop those. We can drop those. We might need smelters, we might need some chem plants. I need pipes and undergrounds, fast inserters, long inserters. Okay. Let's add a section, turn this off. Let's go Fulgora start. Okay. We definitely want these. We want at least 300. We want at least 200 of those, 100 of those, and 50 of those. We are going to want at least 2 stacks of this, 2 stacks of this, a stack of that, a stack of that. What else do we need right away? So pass it, yes, and requesters. I am going to want some roboports. I am going to want some construction bots and some logistic robots. I am going to want... we'll have to deal without lights. So we need at least... 1 stack of assemblers. We might need... Oh, can I look up scrap? Let's look up scrap. What is the icon for scrap? Okay, so we're gonna get gear, solid fuel, concrete ice, holmium ore. Okay. We are definitely going to need a stack of chem plants. We are going to want the lightning rods. Should I make the lightning rods? Can they only be made on there? Hold on. If they can, we want to leave those alone. We might want the pump. Offshore pump. We don't need any of that. Or that. A stack of smelters, maybe. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 slots. Okay. 22 slots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 30. Yep, okay. Go for it. Alright, start loading that up. There's the excess, there's the excess. Great. Okay. Let's double each of those. So 32 carbon. 32 iron. Okay. Okay. Now we definitely need to wait for power and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if this can go without the crusher. Yeah, whenever the crushers kick on, it starts to cause an issue. Okay. So we might want to wait for fuel. We might not. Okay. Now I can take a look at stuff around here. Okay. So much stuff in there. Okay. I wonder if I should be filtering out any shiny rocks. No. No, I don't think so. None of it's making it this far yet. I could chain wires so that they only work in sequence. Or they only pull in sequence. That doesn't seem like a good idea. Okay. So let's just go look over some stuff to make sure everything is functioning. So iron is going, steel going, all that stuff is going. Why aren't you going? Because you don't reach. That's a problem. So let's fix that up, get that going. Okay. Yep, that's going. Plastic, that makes sense. Yep. Okay. Everything's here, everything's here. Yep. Okay. I do wish I could make the green ammo, but I don't really have enough resources for anything. Ugh. Okay, so at each of the corners I should... Hold on. Okay, I'm just... Hold on. Oh, are those tags? Hold on. Yep, those are very old tags. Let's get rid of all those. Because I'm not sure if those are accurate anymore. Should go around at each of the corners. Put some scanners. Some radars. Okay. So that we can do. Think about what needs reinforcing while I go around. Okay, so there's one here. We are not at a corner. Let's grab you. So we want it in this chunk somewhere. It doesn't matter where it is exactly. So here we go. Alright. Checking out the perimeter. Almost 2 hours in. Oh, almost forgot that one. Okay. Okay, looks like that might be... Let's see, you gotta come right here again. Yeah, it's the spitting that gets it, but that's okay. So... Okay. Just the corners. The farthest most reaches of my base should have the radars. Okay. Alright, everything seems to be going okay here. For the most part. Okay. I guess the big thing holding me back is the fuel. The nuclear fuel that I want. Which reminds me, how's power doing down here? We're pushing it a little close to the edge. Yeah, I might want to throw down some solar panels. We'll cut those out. Ooh, on both sides there. Did okay there, did okay there. Excellent. Okay. All right. This is an interior corner. Oh, let's strengthen this up a bit. But I should also reinforce it just in case. Oh, wrong button. That one. Right about here. Just in case. And I will put one down here at this corner. That is completely dead in the water. Just get rid of that. Okay. That's a bunch of junk. Looks like there's some more junk over here. Okay. Okay. I don't even have all my oil hooked up. But oh well. Okay. Okay. I think it's doing well. It's doing much better. I am taking some damage here and there, but it should hopefully hold up. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's put one down here at this corner. And I think that's all the corners. Yep, already got that corner. Alright. Okay. Alright. If you joined me, thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.